And I want to personally thank Caitlin Clark for lifting up our sport. She carried a heavy load for our sport.
Honestly, no disappointment. Like, I think it just gives you something to work for. That's a dream. Hopefully one day I can be there, and I think it's just a little more motivation.
And she will be, since the USA squad has now admitted that they regret not selecting Caitlin Clark. Who would have predicted that she wouldn't be selected in the first place? It's not like we've been begging Team USA to refrain from doing such a terrible mistake. We've all been warning them not to make this catastrophic error, regardless of how long you've been a fan or how new you are to women's basketball. They are now not just creating it, but also paying for it and apologizing. According to the Indiana coach, Clark told her that they had let out a monster. Sports journalist and best-selling book Christine Brennan has been following this tale for weeks. In the 40 years I've covered the Olympics, I've seen some bad team and athlete selection decisions, but this is the worst by far, she wrote in her USA column. We shouldn't be shocked, though, as we've known for years that the athletes competing in the Olympics are the last amateurs. Jam Hill, a writer for The Atlantic, said, "People need to stop panicking and putting so much weight on every single decision, but you also said that she will eventually make an Olympic team, and I agree, yes, she will, as the USA already regrets not selecting her, one of the main reasons that they should regret in the end." I agreed with Stephen A. Smith when he said that it's critical to understand the marketing aspect of sports. This is the reason behind their marketing failure.
Apologizing? You make decisions, marketing. I want people watching. I want eyeballs. I want advertising dollars. Why? Because he'll get paid. Y'all will get paid. And guess who else will get paid? You see where I'm coming from? That's what it's about. Stop acting otherwise. We know this. You don't sit up there and pass on Caitlin Clark. It was stupid, Team USA. It was a dumb decision. Everybody, there's always somebody that's a sacrificial lamb. I respect the hell out of Rebecca Lobo and what she broke down. I understand it. It was a stupid decision because it compromises what your ultimate goal is, which is to elevate.
He didn't, in my opinion, state it the best. I do concur with SAS that you can see that Caitlin Clark attracts viewers without having a business degree, a marketing major, or even a college degree. Adding her to the Squad USA women's basketball squad, which is viewed globally, would only contribute to the success of women's basketball if she is attracting spectators. She wasn't included, though, for some reason. Thus, I don't agree with this video. It demonstrates that Diana Taurasi was adamantly against Caitlin Clark having a big influence right away.
Okay. there's levels to this thing, and that's just life.
Without mentioning Clark by name, she implied that Clark's achievements at the University of Iowa would not immediately translate to the WNBA. Additionally, when the Minnesota Lynx played the Indiana Fever, there was a speculation that Cheryl Reeve had something against Clark. It was evident from her behavior that she wasn't the biggest admirer of Caitlin Clark.
All around the league, but as a coach of the home team, there's going to be a lot of people cheering for that other side. I mean,
I'll get two shits.
How about one?
Not even one shit.
Let me now explain why Caitlin Clark did not make the 2024 Olympic Team USA roster. Jen Roddy, the chair of the Women's National Team Committee, has provided us with an explanation for why the 22-year-old was ignored, which stunned us all. She clarified that the selection of USA basketball players and Cheryl Reeve to travel to Paris in July was based on a wide range of factors. Importantly, popularity and television ratings were not taken into account. Clark's chances were severely damaged by this information. She is currently the most well-liked player in the WNBA, drawing sizable crowds and selling out locations. Given that the entire holding of the Olympic Games is a significant marketing push for the host nation, it may seem strange. The influence of USRA on the media has been a 3-year process. Based on their whole body of work, Caitlin and the other players that were left off the team were evaluated. Jen Rohr explained that although Caitlin Clark had unique circumstances, she was happy that the committee strictly followed the selection criteria, which did not include marketability or TV ratings. When selecting the 12 players who would go across the Atlantic to compete for an 8th straight gold medal and a 10th since 1984, the committee was told to ignore extraneous influences and follow the set criteria. Rohr underlined that the committee's responsibility was to choose the 12 players using these predetermined standards. 3 years ago, when Caitlin Clark was still a member of the NCAA, this process began. The availability of U.S. citizenship, playing skill and versatility, coachability, attitude, adaptation to the team idea, leadership, how well they adjust to international competition, and their potential contribution to their team's success were among the variables. Clark stated that she is not dissatisfied and intends to use this as motivation going ahead. However, it's unclear which requirement she didn't achieve. Another explanation for Caitlin Clark's exclusion from the USA basketball team was allegedly to prevent upsetting supporters with insufficient playing time. Even though Diana Taurasi, Candace Parker, and Brian Stewart all played for Team USA before they had ever participated in a single WNBA game, the true problem appears to be that the older WNBA players are attempting to safeguard their belongings and don't want her to succeed. These athletes carried out Caitlin Clark's intentions. Nevertheless, Clark managed the circumstance with poise. Caitlin Clark isn't letting the fact that she didn't make the U.S. women's basketball team for the Olympics depress her. She has been watching as much as she can and enthusiastically supporting Team USA in the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. When asked if she was dissatisfied, Indiana Fever player Caitlin Clark said she even made a joke about canceling